Hey Patreon fam, I'm here today to answer some of your questions, so let's jump into it.
First question is from Danielle. What's your favorite thing to eat for breakfast?
Oh man, this changes a lot, and I would say probably favorite thing is different than thing I actually eat, because I think my favorite thing is not the most healthy and I'm trying to be more healthy. So I actually eat oatmeal for breakfast like every day, but I think my favorite breakfast would be like a big breakfast with like biscuits, like eggs, bacon, fruit, maybe like if you're really going all out, some French toast and maple syrup. So just all the things together.
From Jocelyn, how did you know Max was the one?
Oh man, I picked this question and I forgot to even think about it. It's like deep. How did I know he's the one? It was really hard because I feel like people would always be like, when you know, you know. And it just like was really confusing because I was like, what does that even mean? And I'm a very anxious person. I tend to overthink things a lot. So it was really hard for me because I had all these feelings of fear because I feel like I always freak out about big life decisions. And I was like, but if I'm feeling afraid, does that mean he's not the one? But I think over time I did have that feeling of just knowing, which I know is really annoying. But it was just a feeling of trust and a feeling like this person really is my best friend and I've always known I could trust him, and just kind of seeing like he would make an amazing husband. And I feel like it was more of like that type of thing rather than just like love at first sight. So yeah.
From Team Wilkins, tips on writing poetry. How do you get your inspiration?
Okay, tips on writing poetry. I don't know that I have that many tips because I started writing poetry so long ago that I don't even really know what my process was. Like, I know I've heard from a lot of my friends who have taken poetry classes that you like read different poets and then you write in their style, but I never really did that. So I don't know. I just write from the heart. I write whatever I feel, and I think just, oh, my phone just buzzed. Keep the audience out of the room. I always say that. Write for yourself and the person that you're thinking of, or whatever the concept you're thinking of. Don't think about people reading it or what other people would judge it as, because that will ruin the work. And what inspires me is the people that I love, the situations that like break me, and just thinking about life and like being out in nature.
From Mary C, how do you stay so positive all the time?
I wouldn't really say that I stay so positive all the time. I feel like I actually have, my mind goes to the negative very quickly. So I actually think about worst case scenarios like pretty often. But underneath that, I do have this sort of feeling of everything's gonna be okay and joy. And I feel like I can find joy in the everyday. And I really would say that's my faith in God, because it's really given me something to live for that's very concrete. So I would say my faith probably is where the joy comes from.
From Jocelyn, do you believe in love at first sight?
I don't know. I've heard some people say like with their spouses that they knew the minute that they met them, and I think that could be, but I don't know. Actual love, I don't think you can have for someone at first sight because you don't even know them yet. And I feel like love is really based on truly knowing a person and choosing to love them and do loving things even when you don't feel like it. So I think you have to define love first to have your answer. So I don't know. I don't really know what I think about that.
From Gracia, favorite thing about tour, and do you actually enjoy the meet and greet?
Favorite thing about tour, my favorite thing is singing the songs that we wrote and watching you guys like react to them, because I always think about you guys and what you would think of each song and like how it would hit you. So getting to see you guys like in person reacting is amazing. And I do really enjoy the meet and greets. I love meeting you guys. It does tire me out sometimes because I'm a very sensitive person and I really pick up other people's emotions. So a lot of times in the meet and greet, like I can feel everyone's feelings, and by the end of it, I'm like, oh, like my heart is overflowing with feelings. So I really enjoy it, although I do get tired sometimes when there's a lot of people, but I still really enjoy it.
Your last question is from Lizzie. What is your relationship with your fiance like?
My relationship with Max is very, I don't know how you would describe it. It's low key. Like, people are always like, what are your favorite things to do together? And we don't really do like a ton of like crazy adventures or anything. We're both like, he's introverted and I'm highly sensitive. So we both just like to relax and chill together. So we like to like go out to eat and like watch movies, have deep conversations, read books together, talk about our lives, just like doing the everyday things together. I really enjoy, like, even if it's like running errands or getting groceries, I just really enjoy being in his presence and spending time together. And then when we actually do have adventures, like going on fun trips or going to the beach or like doing cool activities, then it's like really special because I already enjoy it. I don't know. So I guess that's how I describe it. But yeah, that was my last question. I hope you guys enjoyed the interview and got to know me a little bit better. And thanks for asking. Those are some really good questions. So I'll see you guys next time. Bye.